Diffusion is is the spontaneous movement of a substance from a region of greater concentration to a region of lesser concentration. As you can see, a balloon went from lesser concentration to an area of greater concentration. How exciting. I'm excited.
Equilibrium. The state of a system whose configuration or large-scale properties do not change over time. Look at Grant. See how he doesn't change over time? No matter how much time passes by, nothing about him changes. Homeostasis. The general term for the tendency of biosystems to maintain a state of equilibrium. Right now, the balloons are unequal. One side has more than the other. But now, once one of them spontaneously moves to the other, they have achieved equilibrium.
Concentration gradient. The difference between the concentration of a substance in two different areas, such as inside or outside the cell. Concentration gradient is displayed here as the laundry basket is the cell, and the concentration of the substance is different from outside the cell.
Permeable. Capable of being penetrated, especially referring by water.
Thank you.
As you can see, Daniel has just penetrated the door by entering the house. Oh yeah!
Selectively permeable. Being permeable only to select substances.
No. Eric has just rejected Grant, so he is being selectively permeable for the door.
Osmosis. The flow of one substance through a membrane, while other substances are blocked and unable to pass. As you can see, water is allowed to pass through the membrane freely. Don't try this at home. Even though
Probably not good for your...
But it doesn't allow the mallet to go through.
Take two. Take three.
Here we have a solute and a substance. Hypoosmotic means that there is too little solute present in diffusion. Hyperosmotic means that there is too much solute in diffusion. And finally, isoosmotic means that there's equal amount of solute to diffuse with. Turgor pressure. The maintaining of water pressure within plant cells by vacuoles. As you can see here in this vacuole, the water pressure is increasing as it fills up. However, the water does go out as the waste exits the cell. However, because of this turgor pressure, it can maintain equilibrium within the vacuole, maintaining water pressure. Plasmolysis, a phenomenon in walled cells in which the cytoplasm shrivels and the plasma membrane pulls away from the cell wall when the cell loses water.
Ouch. Hey! Okay, as you can see, the water's taken away, and now the cytoplasm begins to shrivel. And then the membrane wall is pulled away. Sad.
Cytolysis, the gradual swelling of a cell until it bursts.
Oh yeah.
Alright, cytolysis is the gradual swelling of a cell, or expanding, until it bursts.
Right in Eric's face, which wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
Oh yeah!
Passive transport. Transport of a cellular substance without the usage of a cell's energy.
That demonstrated the passive transport. The gravity is pulling the water through the cell membrane and doesn't use any of the cell's energy.
Carrier protein. A protein that helps with the transfer of a substance through the cellular membrane if it can't by itself.
What do you want this time?
Alright, let me in. I got some cash. That should do the trick.
See, the cash is the carrier protein, allowing Grant to enter through the membrane.
Nice place. Active transport! Transport of a substance to the cell membrane that requires cellular energy!
The balloon is a cell. The cell is contracting to make the water come out, so it's using its own energy instead of a different force.
Endocytosis is the absorption of food for use in the cell by enveloping it with the membrane, and then having a small pouch for the membrane to break away from the main part, taking the nutrients into the cell.
Yes. Yeah. This room represents a cell. The food is given to the cell membrane, and the cell membrane then puts the food into a pouch and makes sure that the nutrients are transported throughout the cell. Exocytosis, reverse process of endocytosis, where waste is jettisoned from the cell. The reverse process of endocytosis.
Phagocytosis.
What'd you call me?
Ingestion of matter by cells. The cell will bodily engulf the foreign matter, usually related to white blood cells.
I'm serious. What'd you call me?
This is a white blood cell. As you can see, he immediately engulfs the foreign matter. One.
Penocytosis. Ingestion of liquids into cells by pockets and foldings. The washcloth represents a pocket or a fold in the cell, and the water represents the liquid being ingested into the pocket or the fold.